I want to ask you something, and I want you to answer it honestly. If I told you that for $10, the cost of a fancy coffee drink, you could spend 5 days learning how to turn your doodles into repeating pattern designs that you can sell on real products, would you believe me? Or would your brain immediately start looking for the catch? I'm LaFollette, and this is the Creative Business Spark podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that I get asked about all the time. Why does my From Doodles to Dollars coaching week cost just $10? Because I know what some of you might be thinking. What am I going to get for that? I actually hear this from students all the time. Welcome to the Creative Business Spark podcast. I'm LaFollette, creative entrepreneur, online educator, and business coach. After getting laid off in my late 50s, I found myself adrift with no income and no sense of self. But my mom always said, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. So I decided to reinvent myself and build an online creative business from scratch. Now I help women like you do the same. This podcast is where art, mindset, and entrepreneurship meet. I'll share behind-the-scenes lessons, inspiring stories, mindset shifts, and more. Let this be the spark you need to build or grow a creative business with joy and purpose. Let's dive in because it's never too late to create. Welcome to this week's podcast. Let's talk about value for money. I'm offering a $10 program called From Doodles to Dollars Coaching Week, and people wonder, what am I going to get for that? In fact, one of my students wrote, Anne, I registered for your Doodles Coaching Week, but now I'm second guessing myself. It's only $10. Is it actually good? Or is it one of those things where you basically just get a PDF download? I love her for asking that. I really do, because listen, she wasn't being rude. She wanted to know the truth about what she was actually going to get. Many of you may have that exact same question. So today, I'm going to answer it fully and completely. By the end of today's episode, you're going to understand not just what From Doodles to Dollars actually is, but why I've made the very intentional decision to price it the way I do. Let's start here. When I first started teaching this material, I had one goal, just one. Get this information into the hands of as many women and men as possible. Not because I needed a big launch number, or not because of the validation it gave me, but because I have seen over and over again what happens when you think it's too late to learn something new. It's not too late. And in fact, I believe that so strongly that I actually went through the trademark process to get this phrase, it's never too late to create, trademarked. It's my motto, it's my tagline, it's what I truly believe. Because I think about women like you a lot. Maybe you're retired or semi-retired. Maybe you're on a fixed income. Maybe you feel like you have to ask permission to spend money on something that feels like it's just for me. And maybe some of you are carrying around some version of, am I too old for this? Would I fall behind? Is it going to be way too technical for me? And listen, a $10 price tag doesn't erase all of that hesitation, but it definitely lowers the barrier enough for you to say to yourself, okay, I'll try it. It's only $10. It's worth finding out if I actually like this entire process of turning my doodles into a repeating pattern that I can put on products and sell in real life. And once you're inside, that's when everything changes. Let me tell you exactly how the coaching week works. Because as I said, I think the price makes some people imagine a PDF download, and not much else. The Doodles Coaching Week is definitely not that. Over the course of 5 days, I walk you through everything a complete beginner needs to create your very first repeating pattern from scratch. We go from a very simple doodle or sketch. We create a digital version inside Adobe Illustrator. I show you how to add color, which is a lot of fun. And then the final step in the process is actually creating a design that repeats seamlessly, beautifully, from side to side and top to bottom. There is no art degree or design background required. There's also no prior experience with Adobe Illustrator needed. Here's how it works. You're going to draw one simple motif, and when I say simple, I mean super simple, something that you could sketch on a napkin in 30 seconds. A little flower, a leaf, a heart, maybe a wonky star, one thing. Then I show you exactly how to bring that doodle into Adobe Illustrator. We'll digitize it. I'll show you 3 different ways to add color, so you can either use them all or just pick one. And then we'll turn it into a repeating pattern using just a handful of the tools. You are not going to learn every single tool inside Adobe Illustrator. That would be super overwhelming. It's intimidating at first, and I remember what that feels like because I learned how to use it in my 60s too. So we're just going to use a handful of tools, only the ones you actually need. During the course of the coaching week, you get downloadable PDF guides that walk you through every step that I demonstrate. I think it's super important to have screenshots and to have a written document that helps you follow along at your own pace. It's great to watch me live or watch the replays, but having that written document I think is also really important because we all learn differently. And then, of course, you're joining a very special community. I ask every participant to post homework. Yes, there is homework. And the reason behind that is because I want to see the progress you're making. There are 3 key lessons, and you're going to post your homework with that assignment so that I can see the progress that you're making. It's one of my favorite parts of the whole week because we cheer each other on. You see yours and other people's first patterns come to life, and it's just incredible. It's incredibly, incredibly encouraging and motivating. It's a super special experience to actually get your repeating pattern to work the very first time. And the sense of accomplishment is very empowering. And you'll discover that we can do hard things. At the end of the 5 days, you will have a repeating pattern design. There are, of course, bonus sessions that I always include to ensure that if you get stuck, I'm there to help you. But you will have a repeating pattern, a real one that's yours, made from a doodle or a sketch that you drew yourself. That is what the Doodles to Dollars Coaching Week is all about, and it's only $10 to join. Now, here's the part I need to make sure that you hear. I think of the Doodles Coaching Week as the front door to everything else I teach. It's the place where you can try something that you've never tried before. You get to see and really see what surface pattern design feels like, what it looks like to build something from your doodles and sketches, and very importantly, whether this might be a path worth exploring more. If you love it, you have options. You can keep learning. You can go deeper with me or someone else. You can even build a real creative business from your designs. And even if you're not sure yet, you've learned something new, you've discovered a skill that you didn't know you had, and you only spent $10. I price it this way on purpose because I want the decision to be a no-brainer, not a, let me think about that for a week. It should be a right now, yes, I'm in decision. Because in my experience, the women who say, I'll wait until next time, are often the same women who, a year later, are still waiting. I want to share what one of my students said after she completed the Doodles coaching week. She told me, okay, $10 is a great way for me to see if Anne's able to teach in a way that works for me. So she joined. She went on to say, I didn't miss a single session. I watched Anne's joy and her patience. It was just the perfect blend for me to see that, yes, I can do hard things. Now, she went on to enroll in the Pattern Design Academy, which is my 9-week course. But the whole point of the Doodles Coaching Week is for you to see for just $10 if this is something that you're interested in or not. Very, very low cost of entry into this whole new world. $10 becomes confidence, confidence becomes commitment, and commitment becomes a creative life or a creative business that you're super proud of. Now, I have to be real with you about the timeline because this early bird price is only available for a limited time. The From Doodles to Dollars coaching week is $10 right now. That price is available through Saturday, April 4th. After that, the price triples. It goes up to $37. That's almost 4 times as expensive. Now, in the grand scheme of things, $37 might not seem like a very big deal, but $10 is a lot cheaper. So I would love for you to take advantage of the $10 price while it's still here. We officially kick things off on Monday, April 13th, but we have a surprise bonus welcome party on Sunday night, April 12th. That'll give you a chance to get settled in, meet some of your fellow participants, and arrive on day one already feeling welcomed and ready. You can claim your space right now by going to members.artwithanne.com/doodles. I'll say that again, but you should see it on your screen. members.artwithanne.com/doodles. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, the link is in the show notes. You can also find it on my website, LaFolletteArt.com. Before I let you go, I want to speak directly to anyone who is still in the "this seems too good to be true" camp. I hear you. I understand the hesitation, but I want to offer you a gentle reframe. The question isn't really, should I spend $10 on this? The real question is, am I willing to spend 5 days finding out what I'm capable of? I think that you already know the answer. Women just like you who've never opened Adobe Illustrator before, or maybe they've had it sitting on their computer unused for years, or women who said they were too old, too behind, or not techie enough, they have showed up. They did the work, and they made something they are incredibly proud of. That could be you. So grab your spot at members.artwithanne.com/doodles or grab the link in the show notes. Don't forget that the early bird price of $10 is available right now, but it goes up to $37 soon. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this episode resonated with you, please drop a comment, send me a message, or share it with a friend. It's always fun to do programs with an accountability buddy, so if you have someone who might want to do doodles with you, send this along to them so they can sign up. I really appreciate your time, and if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. It does actually help get my videos in front of more people. And if you're listening to the podcast, leave me a review. I'd greatly appreciate it. I always like to close by saying that I am Anne LaFollette. And remember, it's never too late to create. That's it for today, and I'll see you again next week.